Hello, hello. Welcome, everyone. How's everyone doing? I already see people in the chat. Hell yeah. Happy Thursday. How are you guys? Hey, Roche Corp. Hey, Desert Rambler. Hello, Lo-Fi Bonsai. Share Design. Camden Donahoe. Nice to see you guys. Thanks for joining me. It's been many months since I've been live. It's been many months since we've caught up. I've been working on a lot of music lately. And since that time, I wrote this cover song that I'm going to show you in a little bit. So I've been busy. I'm already seeing people asking questions about my last cover, which is cool because I don't know how many people even know about that cover. It was kind of like I don't want to say throwaway, but it was it was just kind of a spontaneous track I did 3 years ago. I can't even remember. Yeah, but I did a pinback cover for those that don't know, way back when. So this will be my second cover song that's officially out. So I'm stacking it up. Maybe one day I'll have enough under my belt where we'll get like a cover album. I think that's my goal. That would be cool. I have a long list of cover songs I want to do. I've grown to really have an affinity for making covers. I feel like it's kind of the best way to learn new techniques and like get out of certain rigid ways of operating, especially with vocal stuff. So it's been like nice getting challenged with the way that I stylize my vocals. This song especially, and it's been really inspiring me for how I record my vocals in the future and the way that I project my voice. And I've been talking a little bit online about how I'm trying to make my voice a bit more dominant in my mixes. So I think a lot of people will be happy to hear that. I think a lot of us maybe are prone to kind of burying our vocals. And especially when you're just self-producing, you don't have someone in your ear being like, hey, maybe bring your vocals up. It's just you hearing yourself. So inevitably, a lot of times you want to kind of bury it under some effects or just, generally in the mix. But I've been challenging myself to get out of that. And this cover especially has been very helpful with that. So very excited to show you guys today. And actually, I have a video that we got completed last minute. So there's a video on the way too. I'm not going to show you here, but I'm going to I added a link down below to go check out the video. It's premiering at 10. So I'm not going to be with you guys for too long, but I would love for you to hop over and watch the video after this. So lots happening. This is a single art that I designed out of a photo that we took. Chris Burden has been taking all the imagery, all the photos for this release. So round of applause. Hey everyone. Hello for everyone who's just joined. I'm going to wait to play the song for a little bit because I want to make sure everyone's here. But I will answer questions in the meantime. Oh, shit. Someone's singing Pinback next month. That's cool. I didn't know they were still on tour. The crazy thing when I released that Pinback cover was that it happened to be like a anniversary tour that they were on that they announced right after I put it out. And, well, I should say with this filter cover I just did, the crazy, just stars kind of aligned with this release because they also happen to be on tour. So I got to go see them last week. So that timing was kind of insane. And they were sick. They were super sick. And And I was really hoping that maybe like I could meet up with Richard Patrick at some point, but they were doing like meet and greets way earlier than expected, so I didn't get to see him in person, but I talked to him in my DMs. So, and he got to listen to the song, which is super cool. So, yeah, pretty cool shit. They opened for, oh God, what's the name of the band? I'm blanking right now. But it was, I can't remember the name of the band. They're basically like 3/4 of Creed. So it was an interesting lineup. It wasn't totally my scene, but I had a lot of fun at that show. It was really cool. It's kind of cool to be exposed to some new sounds. And I mean, the big thing with Filter is that they really, I really respect them, and I try to apply this to my own music. They kind of blur genre lines a lot. So I feel like a kindred spirit to them a bit, because they're known as just like umbrella term rock bands. But for those that don't know, Richard Patrick, who's the lead singer and basically like the songwriter and producer for Filter, he was originally in Nine Inch Nails. He was one of the original members in Nine Inch Nails. So a lot of Filter's other songs are incredibly like industrial sounding, and they get a lot of they have a lot of remixes that were played around in clubs and stuff with like a lot of breakbeat, down tempo kind of trip hop sounds. So I felt like it was pretty fitting, I think, to do a cover of this song, because I think my whole motto or like intention with my music is to just kind of blend genres and not be limited by that. So I feel like they do a really similar thing, and yeah, that inspired me that much more to do this cover. Alter Bridge, yes, thank you for reminding me. I actually like didn't even know. I might have heard the name around, but I did not know a single Alter Bridge song when I got there. So it was very like a full deep dive into Alter Bridge's discography while I was there. It was fun. Different scene, but it was super fun. Very theatrical. And, I mentioned this online too. I kind of had like I had like a butt rock phase last summer. Kind of ironically, but, not so ironically at the same time. It was just fun to belt out in the car. So when I went to that show, I was like, you know what? I'm honoring that era. Okay, let me get to your questions real quick. And hello everyone who's also just gotten here. It's great to see everyone. It's been a while. I'm just catching up, and just going over some context with this song before I play it. I'm waiting to play it, but I will. Let's see. Oh, will there be a 7-inch? I don't know. I want to see it in physical form. I've been discussing. I can't give you a solid answer, but if the demand is there, I would be very down. I still haven't seen Pinback live. I need to do that. I should check. Did they play New York already? Maybe I missed it. Let me know if you know what their tour route is. Oh, you've been on the Stained kick? Hell yeah, man. I got some more questions. I got what's the Retina demo track? That is a deep cut. Wow, that's a deep cut. Yeah. So I put out a cassette. How long ago was that? The time is really slipping away. I put out a cassette, and I had it was like a mixtape cassette with some stuff from Us Ephemeral, my first record, and some stuff like some singles and stuff that I put out that didn't have a place to live. So I put out a cassette, and there was one song that I have not released that I made as a bonus track that I made in like the Us Ephemeral era. And I really do like that song. And it just never really found a home. Between you and me, I think that if there is like a new release of Us Ephemeral, that could be a potential home for it, because I think I would like to add some additional tracks from that era. So that's all I'll say about that. No promises, but I think that could be an option. I do really like that song. Yeah, memory physical release. Maybe it could be like a front and back or something. If, like I said, if the demand is there, I am more than happy to put out physical. Queens, New York on June 18th. Pinback? Oh, I gotta go. I need to go. I'll be there. Yeah, everyone's been asking about the Us Ephemeral release. We're in talks. There's just a lot going on. I am in the middle of trying to get this next record finished. I mean, finished is probably not the right word because I'm still writing new songs for it. But yeah, when I'm in that mode, it's really hard to think about everything outside of that. I kind of get into like my mad scientist. This is my lair. So I get in mad scientist mode, and I'm down here in the basement when I'm not at work. I'm down here, getting cobwebs all over me. And I forget about the outside world. So I'll keep you guys posted for sure. Thank you, Kyle Gatsky. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm happy with the artwork. I think it's really pretty, and I was thinking about reaching out to artists, but I don't know. I have this thing where I'm like, I can figure it out myself. So that's what I did with this one. And I took it so Chris Burden took this photo, and I didn't really have to do much alterations to it. I was like, oh, my hair almost looks like a perfect circle. And then I kind of just imagined it in this format. So I felt like it was just a really simple vibe that really was a nice like augment to the song. So yes. I'll play it in a second. Let me know when you're like, when you just can't take it anymore and you're like about to leave the chat, and then I'll play it. But I'm kind of, I don't know if there's like people still coming in, so I don't want anyone to miss it. But yeah, more to say. I had a show in March where I basically premiered the song for the first time. I played it live on stage with Shaq, my guy Shaq on drums. And that was kind of a magical moment. I wasn't planning on playing it, but Chris kind of convinced me to do it. So I tacked it on at the end last minute. And yeah, it's super fun to play live. The cool thing about this cover is it's also like really well known. So I could send it to my parents and they would know the cover, which is cool. So everyone can sing along to it. And yeah, I've been really incorporating a lot of acoustic stuff to my new music. So with this track, it was also like a perfect opportunity to play my guitar. I just got a new acoustic guitar this year that I've been playing it on everything. I can show you. It's a really nice guitar. And I actually haven't had an acoustic guitar since high school. So I've been like borrowing other people's acoustic guitars this entire time. And So I felt like it was the right time to get my own. So this is my new guitar, and she was featured on the song. It is a hummingbird, and it's beautiful, and it's been pretty goddamn inspiring for me. I think in this era of being very in the box and digitized, you kind of forget how nice it feels to have a real, just real organic sounds coming out of an instrument in front of you and to actually feel the resonance. So it's been very, very inspiring for my new stuff. Anything else I should say before we get started? Before I play the song? Yep, the repress is in talks. Okay, well, you guys got to egg me on. I will consider playing the song for you, but you guys have to egg me on first. Oh, wait. I always forget there's a crazy delay. Okay, now I'm getting it. I'm getting it. Okay. All right. I think I have enough people in here because I also want to have time to talk about it a little bit after I play it. So, and make sure to head over to. I said this earlier, but if you just got here, I'm gonna be playing like the music video is premiering right after this stream. Just so you know. I'm gonna play it. Okay, ready? Go.
Wake on my airplane, my skin
Thank you. Whoop. Thank you. Oh wow, you guys are so nice. Thank you so much. Yeah, I feel really good about that one. I don't know what to say. It's like I covers can be, covers can be a little hit or miss. And oftentimes I find them to be a bit gimmicky. If it's not done from like a pure place, but this one was like, I keep telling people, it wasn't like this like decision I made in my head. It was like a compulsion more than anything. I guess I hadn't heard this song in a while, and it was during Christmas break, and I don't know what was up with me. I was just in my feelings. I was really not in a good headspace, feeling really dark and just about the world and just about whatever. Just not in a good headspace. And I was driving in the car, and the song played, and I feel like I had like a literal like just transcendental like trippy ass experience. I can't explain it. It just like hit me in a way. I mean, I've heard the song a million times before. I heard it all the time growing up, and maybe that's part of the reason why it affected me so much. It like took me back to these feelings I had completely lost touch with. I was just like, oh my God, life used to feel this way, and it's so far removed from that now. It like, I had, it was like all this memory, a body memory of like how life used to feel kind of came surging back to me. I was just like in a trance state listening to it. And I started crying after, and I was like, this is the best song ever written. and then I wrote in my phone in my notes, and I was like, need to make cover of filter, take a picture. And then literally like 2 weeks later, I started writing the cover song, and it came out of me pretty fast. So yeah, that's the story. Wasn't super conscious. It was very much just like, I need to do this, 'cause I'm feeling this so heavy right now, and it felt so aligned. So yeah, I could say I felt like a newborn. Oh yes. And yeah, I mean, like I was saying earlier, I think that covers really are like an amazing exercise in getting out of your neural grooves that you kind of start building over time. And it helps you kind of like jump out of those grooves and find new neural connections, new ways of singing, new ways of producing. And for me, it was also like realizing how much I just needed acoustic guitar in all my songs from here on out. So yeah, it was a really great artistic journey into getting to this point. And yeah, Chris can attest. I really did start crying. Thank you. Yeah, I do that sometimes. So I'm really proud of it. I feel like I've also been wanting to just like make more songs that sound like they were made in a studio and like have a really good mix. And I really invested in more quality gear since my last record. And now I can kind of talk about all that stuff openly, because I wasn't happy with like the way a lot of things sounded with the last record. And I kind of knew that as I was writing it. I kind of went into that record like, I'm writing this record. It's going to be rough around the edges, and it's going to showcase my limitations with my gear. And like, all I had was literally this mic, and I didn't have a preamp that I was going into. Like, it was really, my setup was really minimal at that point. And I just, I knew that with that record, I was like, this is a moment in time. This is the gear that I have right now. And that's what you're going to hear. But after that record was out, I got really, I don't know, I was just like, I care so much about quality sound and quality mixes. I mean, I work as an audio engineer throughout the day. That is my day job. So yeah, I felt like with this song also I could really challenge myself to make something a little more polished in that way. So, yeah, I have like a new mic and a new preamp and everything, and yeah, I think the vocals really cut through. So that's cool. Um, and yeah, if you didn't hear me talking about it earlier, so here's a story. Last week, it just so happened that Filter was playing in New Jersey. So what are the chances? So I had to go, and I went and I shot Richard Patrick, who is the songwriter and basically songwriter producer for Filter. And I hit him up and sent him the song. And I was hoping to maybe snap a pic with him before the show, but he didn't get back to me in time. But I got to see them. Here, I can show you a photo. I do have a photo. Wait. That's me at the Filter concert with my Filter shirt, surrounded by a lot of dudes that love butt rock. So I felt at home. And anyway, so they were great. They played Take a Picture. I was freaking out. They played some other stuff off that record, or one other song I really love off that record. I would recommend going to that record. The record is called Title of the Album. And they just have like some of their songs lean more into like this industrial territory because Richard Patrick comes from playing in Nine Inch Nails. You can kind of hear those influences, but then he kind of dives into like a Jane's Addiction type sound, and Jane's Addiction is like one of my favorite bands ever. So it's like a really sick blend of sounds. So I would check that album out. But something very cool happened after the show. Richard Patrick DM'd me, and he had listened to the song, and he said, your voice is amazing. Great job on the cover. So I got his seal of approval. And that's really all I needed in life, to be honest. If I could tell my younger self, hey, the guy who wrote this song will tell you he likes your cover, I'd be like, okay, cool. Then I made it. That's all I could ever ask for. What a nice guy. So cool. So yes, yeah. Very, very fun. And what else? What else could I say about the song? Yeah, I did, when I was like writing the track, I really wanted to kind of like add more of like my signature to it, because I think that's important with covers. I didn't want to like just recreate the song verbatim. I wanted to kind of restylize the drum beat. So yeah, you can hear sort of like those down tempo breaks in the track, and I felt, yeah, I was just playing around with different stuff, and that just hit really hard when I got there. And yeah, just like a lot more, like a lot of these like ethereal embellishments and stuff, because to me that song is so it is very transcendent, has a very transcendent quality to it. So I kind of just wanted to like emphasize these aspects of the song that I really cling to, which is that sort of ethereal, elevating, breezy, whatever, all those emotions you get from it. I wanted to just kind of like milk that out of it even more with this cover. And what else could I say? So yeah, and then I mentioned this before, but I played this song at my show in March, and I have a little clip of it I would love to play for you guys, because it was like such a magical moment. And it was awesome to like play a song for the first time, and obviously like everyone knew the words to the song, so everyone in the crowd was singing along, and it was just really, it was super special. And my friend Yasmin got a really good video of it, so I wanted to show you guys real quick. And you can hear Shaq on drums too, which is the best part. It's always the best part. I already played it, yeah, but I could play it one more time after this. Can't You Trip is maybe now, it might be my favorite Filter song. I don't think there is any contest with Take a Picture, but Can't You Trip Like I Do is such a fire song. I listen to it all the time. It's so good. If you haven't listened to Can't You Trip Like I Do by Filter, check it out. It's so good. Okay, I'm gonna play this video. Very quick loop. But yeah, you can tell it was super special. Yeah, Aaron Absent was there. Maybe some other people in the chat were there. It was awesome. Yeah, I didn't have my acoustic with me on stage, unfortunately. So next time I'm gonna have to figure out how to incorporate the acoustic. I already have my bass and my electric guitar on stage, plus I now have my TD3 up there and my push, and it's like there's so much stuff going on stage that I'm like, oh my god, another guitar is gonna really be a lot. But I have to now. I have to, because all my new songs have acoustic in them. But yeah, I do have my Jazzmaster with me.
I added that to the Vitesse X list.
What the hell? Siri is like spying on me so hardcore right now. She keeps turning on randomly. But yeah, my Jazzmaster is really sick. It is my favorite guitar. Oh, thank you, Christian. I've seen Sega Bodega promoting his workshops. I'm always interested in that. Maybe I'll scope it out sometime. But yeah, so a reminder again, I have the music video dropping at 10, so I'm gonna hop off the stream before then, and I'm hoping you guys will like go watch the video right after this, and you can hear the song as many times as you want. Let me just read through. We really, Shaq and I really want to get a Philly show on the books before the year ends. I loved playing in Philly last year, so we should do that. It's really hard for me to sign up for anything before this next record's finished, because it's really distracting when I have to get a show prepared. It's like I basically have to deconstruct my entire studio, so it's a lot. It's a lot to get together. So I'm hoping in the next few months I'll have like the majority of the record done. That is my hope. That is my ultimate dream. Nice to see you too, Kyle. Were you at the show? Have I been in a creative block this year with my music? I No, I don't think I've been having a creative block so much. If anything, it's been the opposite for a couple years. I've been like constantly coming up with new ideas. My issue has been kind of just locking onto an idea and finishing it. That's been my biggest issue because I keep feeling like I'm getting closer to this like fully realized version of what this project is. And so I feel like every new idea is a step closer to that. And so it's been hard to kind of like decide, okay, this is where I need to stop for a second and finish stuff. But yeah, I don't think, luckily, I haven't been dealing with creative block much at all. It's my issue has been kind of managing my time, and especially because I have my job and all these creative ideas that need to be finished. It gets really overwhelming. And I don't know, I've been like dealing with the biggest like hurdle I've been having to overcome is this feeling of grief I constantly feel. It's really like heart-wrenching, a feeling of just like when you can't ever get like on a consistent roll because you have all this stuff in your life that you're responsible for. And I'm sure so many artists who have to work day jobs can relate to this feeling. I definitely don't think it's specific to me, but it's like, yeah, it's just, it feels like this like violent, like pain almost when you're like, you have all these ideas and you're ready to go. And then like all of a sudden you're like, wait, but I have to be somewhere in 5 minutes. I have to leave. And it's painful. So that's been the biggest thing I've been dealing with, is just having ideas, but then not ever being able to like fully get in the flow state with it because life is lifing. So, but you know, I think if anything, I think it forces me to be, it's like humbling. And I think it's important to be a little bit humbled and to have that friction to like really prove to yourself how much you just really want to get those ideas out there. It's like a test of like, how important is this to you to like get your voice out there and have these ideas fully manifest in reality. And if it is that important, you'll find a way. So that I'm just dealing with a test of the universe. And maybe that's a coping mechanism for me to think about it that way, but it's the only way I can think about it. And, you know, I really, really relate to what David Lynch says when he can't like, when he's not able to like fully finish an idea, or like when he has an idea in his head and he can't fully like get to the page, get to acting upon that idea. He talks about it in a very, very visceral way that I relate to. So that is like, you know, one of the biggest grievances of being an artist in 2026. And, you know, it's a grind. It's a grind. But we love the art too much to give up. That's how it goes. Let me read through these. Yeah, I'm just seeing a lot of people relating to what I'm saying. I think, you know, it's like you see these like fairly established artists these days all having to work day jobs. It's like the most common thing of all time. It's it is the new normal. So I think artists need to really like cut themselves some slack for how much that just like they are really trying to do the impossible. I tell myself that constantly. I say it out loud all the time. I'm like, what I want is impossible. What I want to do is impossible. And I'm expecting to accomplish the impossible. So I need to, stop being so hard on myself at times. It is really an impossible task. And I do think also having these like constraints can be helpful in forcing you to be a bit more intentional, because I do think if I had all the free time in the world in all these ideas, I don't think it would allow me to kind of hone in on something as well. So because I'm limited by the laws of physics, it kind of forces me to be like, okay, well, I have to be selective. And when I do that, it actually can be a good thing for the art, because the art can become like, it can be a lot more focused, because you're like, okay, I can only choose 5 songs to work on for the next however many months. These are the songs I'm going to work on. And that can allow for a more like focused statement to put across. So I do think there are benefits in a way to having some limited time that is good to remind yourself about as well. Okay, should I play it one more time? Because I saw like some people got here late. Or is that like, is that too redundant? Do you prefer just talking? I can show you my gear for a second. This is my Oberheim OB6, and I've been using it on so much of my music for the past like pretty much since my first record. After my first record, I got this synth and I started playing it on everything. And then when I pivoted to this Infinite, I didn't use it so much because it was very like guitar centric. And so I kind of like, for whatever reason, just didn't apply it. But like all the other stuff that I have been working on in between that will eventually come out has so many of these sounds on it. That synth, it's just amazing. It sounds beautiful. One more replay. Okay. One more time.
Wake up my
Aw, thanks. I'm glad some of you got to hear it. Uh-oh. Thanks for bearing with me. Yes, thank you for the kind words again. Thank you. Yes, I am aware of this real story behind the lyrics of the song. It's pretty funny. So from what I've heard, I actually haven't heard it come from Richard Patrick himself, but I'm sure there's interviews where he's talking about it. He talks about how this song is about his alcoholism, but I've heard that it goes deeper than that, where I don't want to like ruin the vibe of this song, but it is the reality that it's like about him getting naked in an airplane. So that is, the thing is, you can have your own intention going into a song, and then the listener can create their own meaning from it. So, I choose to separate the context from the art in this case. But yeah, I think Richard Patrick hit a goddamn stride with this song. I think a lot of pretty much all their other stuff is fairly heavy and dark. They have a lot of industrial vibes with a lot of their other tracks, but I think he embraced something in this song, like a softness that really, really benefited the sound. And yeah, so interesting meaning, but I think you can the beauty of art is you can place your own meaning on anything and make it your own. So, yep. I do have to wrap this soon, because my music video to the song is premiering in 8 minutes. So if you guys would be so kind as to maybe head over to that music video after we're done and check it out. And yeah, if you want to leave a comment, that's cool too. Stuff like that always helps. It always helps. It's the little things. But yeah, if the premiere's at 10, so I'll stick with you for another 5 minutes and then we can hop over there. I'll be in the chat too. I'll be there with you. But yes, thank you. Thank you so much for the kind words. I would love to, cause I know a lot of people are asking about like, my signal chain and it just, more technical questions. I think this would be a cool song to do a tutorial on at some point. I'm getting a little bit more used to the tutorial thing. I did one recently that hasn't come out yet. And so I was really nervous going into it, but it turned out to be kind of fun and maybe realize some things about myself and my workflow that I hadn't really picked up on before. So I really like tutorials. I think I'll try it with this one. There's some cool little things that I do with the drum parts where I fused like little vocal embellishments that I would really love to show you guys. It's really like subliminal, but I think it really like adds to the character of the song. So, yeah, maybe like in a couple of weeks I could do a tutorial if I can get that together in time for you guys. But yeah, please stream and support always. And, if I see the demand for the physical, I would love to hold this in the palm of my hand eventually. So, yeah, I think that's about it. Any last questions before we head over to the music video, right? Yes. What should I say before we go? I just want to give all of my love and admiration for Filter for making this song. And for Richard Patrick being nice enough to give me his seal of approval. 'Cause this made my fucking life. That made my life. I use Ableton. Ableton forever. I love Ableton. And I love people that work at Ableton too. I hung out with some people that work at Ableton. They're so fucking cool and so nice. I will have myself an ice cold mock beer. I'm not drinking. I stopped drinking a year and a half ago. But you know what? There's some great substitutes out there. Okay, you see it in the chat. Live in 4 minutes, guys. Live in 4 minutes. The music video is premiering in 4 minutes. So, you know what? I'm going to hop on out of here. But I will see you in the chat. I'll be over there so we can hang out still. And we can have air beers together. I think that sounds like a good plan. And yeah, I'll see you later. Listen to the song more if you like it. And I love you guys. Thanks for being so nice and saying such nice things. Keeps me going. See you soon.